All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, um, I'm here covering streams. Figure I might as well cover the Ian Ellis stream. You know, the thing that I feel separates me from Ian Ellis is that I got into comedy to entertain people, and Ian just got into comedy to be an asshole. And don't take my word for it, take his, because he has admitted that on many occasions that comedy isn't just about, being funny. It's really about being an asshole and about being as much of a piece of shit as you can. So I'm going to cover some of his stuff. Let's take a listen.
Guys.
No, he just replied back. He was like, "No, he doesn't." And then that's it.
I hit him up when we were all trying to call into Jimmernam, and he was like, "Dude, doggy, I'm eating dinner or whatever." I was like, "No, put the fork down. Focus. You got work to do. You're part of the crew. Go harass Jimmer. No backstory. Just get in there and make it up on your way."
And someone was talking about Jimmernam and someone else the other day.
And I realized, I think I got it backwards. I thought that Ian was above everyone. I think Belland is actually above Ian now. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh yeah, Lycan. They were talking about Jimmernam and Lycan possibly getting together. I thought that would be the funny crossover for the year.
Is Jimmer like outed in The Fighter and the Kid? Is he not doing that? Why is he back to Morbid?
He is doing that. He's doing both
Okay.
simultaneously right now. He changed his The Fighter and the Kid channel with the least subscribers to Morbid and is now just streaming from there.
And I gotta say, like, at least I have a nasal voice, right? Nasally voice. At least I'm on camera. Like, if you're gonna lead with your voice and not even be on camera, you can't have a shitty, nasally, crappy voice, which a lot of these guys have.
Imagine it's like you're a drug addict and you're like, "This fighter, I got a good thing going for me. I can't fuck this up, but I gotta get my rocks off. Fuck it, I'm going back to Morbid reality.
Let's fuck it up.
I got a box of wine.
Let's fuck it up."
He did a cry stream about us the other day. You could probably
new
get Beck
favorite
in here right
Jimmernam.
now.
You know, Ross Dog, that's probably why. And look, Ross Dog, I don't have any opinions of him at the moment. He's, he is who he is, but he's the only person on panel who doesn't sound like a fucking pocket protector holding nerd. The balls of Ian Ellis to ever call me a nerd without, which, like, yes, you can call me a nerd. I get it. But have some self-awareness, take some personal responsibility. Ian Ellis watches anime, he draws comics, he makes cartoons, he collects comic books, he reviews video games. If there's anybody that I could call a nerd back, it would be Ian Ellis. Case in point, look at the screen. Look at what's on his screen right now. We've got One Piece. One Piece is an obscure anime, not even obscure. It's like, that's the thing. He's not even good at being a nerd. One Piece is like anime for nerds, meaning the people who are really into anime would probably find like some shit that nobody's ever heard of. But One Piece is like the mainstream shit. So he's a nerd in the nerdiest way. I don't like it.
We might. My new favorite Jimmernam. Shut up, Ian. My new favorite Jimmernam is the Amnesia Jimmernam.
Now I like Bellin telling Ian to shut up. It shows some strength. It shows some confidence. and it shows that he's the real leader around there.
Where he just plays like he doesn't remember everything. What's some Jimmernam? What's some misery box? The other day he was doxing what the fuck guy's picture on his Morbid stream.
I think
Like, yeah,
Hereditarius.
this is the guy.
I think Bellin might be the toughest guy in the whole group.
This is the guy that makes up
Secretly.
lies about me. Yeah,
I love the clip
It
where
wasn't hard to look up his docs. I just found it on the internet. Someone else doxed him a few years ago, and it's like, no, Jimmer, that was you. You doxed him a few years ago.
You know what?
Oh, that was Jimmernam, bro.
Now the people that are watching him, I was like, yeah, but what did Brendan Schaub do today?
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? What else?
As a backstabber and a Jimmer supporter, I love the clip of him talking to Ross Dog, where he's like, "Yeah, but Ross Dog, I delete those streams. Yeah, I dox people and call them the N-word, but I delete those streams. Come on, you guys are leaving these clips up forever. Come on, my kids are fucking watching these clips and being like,
the smartest thing that Ian has ever done has been to convince people that he's a cool person. That's the most clever thing that he's ever pulled off.
"Oh, Dad, who's Ross Dog? Dad, it's a Seance Entertainment, Dad."
That's what he was saying. He was like, "Yeah, because of these guys, I couldn't see my kids for years." And it's like, no one told you to tell your ex-wife about your live stream where you dox people.
It's like us
And
backstabbers
talk to little
always say.
kids. That wasn't our idea.
Listen, Jimmer did nothing wrong. As far as us backstabbers are concerned, he did nothing wrong.
Shock job.
I mean, you can't have a lisp.
That's what you call entertainment, Papa.
You can't have a lisp and a nasally voice and then call somebody else a nerd. It just feels like embarrassing.
On his
Was
first
being a
stream
character.
back-
I wish he was
And you
sentient
also-
enough to be like,
You also can't look like a 300-pound turtle. That doesn't work in your favor either. At least get a turtle shell if you're going to be a turtle.
I was doing a bit, but no.
And JLP was right. You become like whoever you're angry at, because now I am becoming as evil as Ian.
He just actually is this fucking dumb and such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He says that all the tapes are spliced together.
Yeah.
They're
That's
editing me,
his argument.
Papa.
I'm gonna spread a rumor his first
been
channel
talking
name
about the
ever was
same shit
That's not the
for
real
5 years.
moon.
Hell yeah.
That's the 3D rendering of the space.
They're
NASA has never given real pictures.
they're
of
doing the
space.
same references about, yo, you smashed this guy, you smashed that guy. It's the same thing on replay over and over and over again.
It's always been rendered.
It's
How long is
amazing.
it till he starts calling us the Jews? And he's just like, there's
calls
this
us the
Zionist
invaders'
conspiracy
And that's the thing too. Like
of Ian Ellis.
Ian's gonna hate on the Jews. You know, every Jewish trait you can think of, Ian possesses. Fragile, frail, whiny, bitchy. That all describes Ian.
Synagogue members.
There's thermite paint in those live streams.
The first live stream Jimmer did when he came
Why does it
back
sound
and
like
he like
shit?
fully embraced being Jimmernam again. He was like, "Come on up here, Bappa. You're scared to talk to me." He immediately got his male friend
you
in
know,
the
you
glare
gotta-
of drunk,
I gotta
and he
dip
started
my
doing
toe
a
in
gay
this, 'cause
striptease on his
was that-
stream.
That's what guys do when they hang out.
How
Me and
does-
Jinx and things in the same room. We're nipple kissing.
Literally, the only
That's what
thing
men do.
Ian has going for him is the
Just a
fact that
couple of
he's
cool guys,
just-
bro.
Just some cool
continuing
guys,
to-
exactly.
I got 4
Do it.
weeks in the gym.
But
Look at these guns, son.
There's no value to continuing.
Isn't this the
doing
guy that was
something
on the
if you're
show
not
when I
gonna
called him?
level up at some point.
Isn't this
you
his
know?
best friend wearing a Michael Jackson shirt?
After you left,
He loves
after you
pedos.
left, Ian. After you left, he started doing this. Oh my
What is going
Oh
on?
no!
What the fuck?
Gum, bro.
Guma guma booma! Guma booma fruits!
Why does this?
Look at that no.
Yeah, I don't know if that's my audio or theirs. It sounds like shit.
Speaking of
Hard
that,
right now.
All right, let's bring in the potato cult.
Somebody circled it. Who shows up in spandex? What the fuck are you wearing, bro? You're on a show.
The One Piece theme song.
I've never been so thankful that the One Piece theme song is 7.5 minutes long. I'm like, a new episode. This is 18 minutes. Cut the no. Let that intro play. Let it run.
Dog, if you have it, can you post the clip of Lemon and them dancing on the chairs, and then
So,
can I
let's talk about Lemonade again. Let's fucking
superimpose the glare
right.
over Cheese Reaper? It'll just be glare German dude in Lemonade.
This is a boomer's erection dancing to Lemonade striptease.
I have to think about it. I'm positive Steph has it at the least.
I'll look for it. I know it's up there somewhere.
Somebody did one of those working out things where it's like, yeah, X ding on his boner. Red boner.
The bad form meme.
You know,
Yeah, that was a bad
he
form
would be a
meme
lot
on
better-
his dick work.
This is a little creepy.
What?
is going on?
What? No.
Am I gonna get banned on YouTube?
How retarded is that?
All right.
I want you to imagine that your Talib Kweli or Mugiwara no Goofy or Grand Line Review or Royce to 5'9", and right alongside you, also as my enemy, is Finger Guns for the dick hole. Finger Guns McGee. He's like, yeah, that guy he's a white supremacist. Fuck that guy.
This is after Kenny swooned them all with his gay bathhouse stories.
Yeah.
People really should be sending that to his audience and going like, this is your guy. He wanted to hear about a retarded person getting tricked into sucking a guy's dick while doing cocaine.
I feel like
That's what we want to hear. That's your content.
Dad's dick.
Yeah.
We all fantasized about it. Am I right,
I
guys?
know a retarded guy who sucks dick.
No.
His name is
I
Ian.
wonder what
Ellis.
happens if I type Jimmernam into the AI.
Let's see.
Jimma a younger nam.
Oh no, it's gonna be something racist.
It pulls up like a pedophile catfish.
No.
Put it pedophile catfish in there.
See,
I
Let's
don't
add
think
some
it'll like it if
descriptors.
I put that in.
The AI is a
I don't
nanny.
know about.
It censors our ability to be
It
creative and
does.
funny.
It has.
The
numerous
cops
times.
just show
yeah.
up. We got him.
Whoa.
Isn't
Jimmy?
that just what it is? It's my
Try
country
that
song.
in a small town. Try that in a Rana nation. I'm gonna dox you and call you the N-word. Try that on with apologies.
Give me a prompt, Ian.
Oh,
Catfish.
What?
Oh,
No, we're gonna make a Jimmer name. Based catfish. Asian guy doxes. Can we say CP?
Why
No.
is Ethan so creepy?
Well, let's put
yeah, make some child
hot
porn from
anime
the AI.
teen.
Ian couldn't be more obvious about what a fucking creep he is. And I always suspected it, you know, the way he would label other people with the P word all the time. But the way he just keeps bringing it up, it's uncomfortable. And he used to hang out with Red Bar, and he's been very hesitant to trash Red Bar, and I think I know why. But I don't want to draw any conclusions that I don't have evidence for, of course. Which is why I think maybe I might move on to another video just to change things up in a minute.
Cat guy. Cat anime. What's their code? Yeah,
There's gonna be
I'm saying,
1,000 cats.
it's good anime. You know what's wrong with storytelling? You guys are mad at storytelling. Yeah, Barbie was fantastic.
Balding Asian Howard Stern.
Yes.
Balding, Howard Stern.
You're an
look
Asian
alike.
guy. Child support.
Nambla.
Restraining order. Shock jock.
Yeah.
Shock jock.
Night cafe creator.
He's a mimic octopus. Put mimic octopus in there.
Put Chinese man bear pig.
That'll be next.
Man bear pig.
Oh, yeah.
This is what we Howard Stern look alike.
This is Jimmer
Like,
without the wig.
Looks like that Asian
He
guy
dresses
from
like the Crow.
Star
Like,
Wars.
it's just an old
Larry
t-shirt and
David.
fucking leather pants. They got a Hot Topic in 1997. He's got 4 foot tall boots from a Kiss
He's
concert.
like a color commentator for ECW in like 1995.
I would love it if he came in there with like a WWF character. Jimmer, if you were ever sentient enough,
Whoa.
This is Chinese man bear pig.
That looks like him.
it's actually pretty close. I'm a yellow mamba.
So whether that Chinese guy eat a man and a bear and a pig, is that the story, or
He's part Chinese, part man.
or is the AI
Part
trying
bear
to
and
tell
part
us that
pig.
all Chinese are man bear
In general, Chinese people look Chinese.
pigs?
We are a very sacred and older group of people. We have a tradition.
I mean, you've never seen a Chinese
We
person
need
naked in
to
real life, so how do you know what their body
Let
parts look
Ian
like?
know
Bear pig parts.
that
I
he
fucked a
is
Chinese
problem.
girl before.
All
That's
right.
why your bitch on Piers Morgan. Asian bitch on no on Piers Morgan. We are no play that shit. We
Maybe she
keep our
wasn't
pussy
Chinese. You thought
looking
about that,
down.
Bellin? Maybe she was like, "That's why I got that good hair." Mm-hmm. Yeah, my grandpappy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He Chinese.
She was adopted.
Fucking off to our cartoons.
She was.
We real thing. Pussy
Mm.
real wet over here.
When you gonna take me to Chewy concert and do a kickflip, motherfucker?
Sunrise and my bitch is a wetter pussy.
All right, we get it, dude. We don't need that much fucking.
Today.
Ian always overdoes the impression. If you're ever gonna do an impression, always underdo it. Always do less impression than you need to do. Because if you overdo it, it's like, ugh, can you shut the fuck up already?
Yeah.
What
Do
are
we
you
do
doing,
anime
Logan?
Chinese bear man pig?
Sure.
Anime pedophile.
God,
Hey,
dude.
no.
Robin Quivers 8.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, dude.
I'm not gonna say I'm not a mean person. Like, it happens as part of comedy. I just feel like Ian is a different kind of mean. That is a gross, disgusting.
Why do you
Right.
ask what I have been?
Shut up.
Yes, I was on the Sam Hill. I am not a Sam Hill supporter.
Jesus.
Hey, look at
There's a difference between being mean and being a piece of shit. And I'm saying that I'm an asshole and Ian is a piece of shit.
That's
the king and queens in the anime interpretation is a harem anime.
if they
So, like, I have tendencies of being shitty, but he is permanently a shitty person.
made a live action movie about the angry video game nerd with Kevin James, and this is the anime adaptation.
Jeez. Mm.
I like that there was a more serious Kevin James behind it.
His wife is like, yes, Peggy.
Peggy.
Like, look at this
Like
type
you
of
talking about
shit.
Ian
This is the
Bundy.
type of shit he looks
He
like.
is most like Al Bundy here.
I don't
Talib Kweli is like,
I
why do
don't
they call
know.
you Peggy? Let me tell you.
see. That's why people really look at anime for the fucking little girls. I don't need to look at that shit, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you. Fucking creep.
Apparently, if you type in names it doesn't know, it just creates anime girls. This is Jimmer
Not this bang
Just-
bang. Like Japanese lore. Yes, you must not dox and anybody or call them.
It's
What
plank
would
in a
that
box.
possibly be?
What else was I typing in? Let's see. Molly, go lightly.
True crime. Scooby Doo.
It's just a real picture.
That's not accurate at all.
Dead.
It's just female names trip it up. That makes it want to make us watch.
A single
Oh,
guy
yes,
playing.
Sterling.
No, I typed in H3, but it didn't work.
Oh,
What the fuck? Why is he?
Sup,
Does this dude
guys?
have like 3 eyebrows?
Kyle Swindells, comma, Saiyans Entertainment.
Cape Verdean Super Saiyan. Blackbeard.
Jesus. Yes,
Mugiwara!
That's There's a guy named Totally Not Mark who summarizes Dragon Ball Super in 2 hours.
Mid MOD.
Oh shit! That's him
That-
before the
that-
lipo,
that's-
or is that him
that's
after
buff.
the lipo?
That's Buff NLO.
That's a totally not gay life coach.
Or wait, and win by 2? I always get it mixed up.
They're all the same.
They
You know-
literally are all the same.
NLO.
Call me a boomer and
Yeah.
correct me here. I
Okay,
thought
boomer.
win by 2 was like an industry term for doing a show with 2 people because you got a laughing guy. And I come to find out there's a show called Win by 2. This whole time I thought they were just talking about any show that's just 2 people.
No, it's the name. It used to be the name of his alt rock band before he started.
Welcome,
getting
caller.
Red
You
Bar
just
Style
won 2
podcast.
tickets to see Nickelback.
Where'd you
in
guys?
San Diego. Tell us how you feel.
Hell yeah, dude. Nickelback.
Here's the
Helen,
AI
sit
art for
down.
Helen DeKellar. Helen, sit down with your AI art.
Dude, is that Lemonade?
I'm typing she'll do
And
shipwreck.
it's just Helen the Keller in the attic.
Helen's not even a real, tangible person.
Oh,
Aw,
this is Helen DeKellar.
See, these are all these
that's
guys.
him in his night
just
sweats.
sound like-
That's how he envisions himself. Killing 5 people
Ah.
with heroin.
Night terrors, comma, porn
They're like
dogs,
all.
comma,
I can't
I
even.
make more
I don't
money
think
than
there was
you.
a certain
Call
point
it
about
Helen,
it
I'm
that
glad
I
you
do.
took
I was
you
thinking
took
I
time
would
away
like
from
one
making
of
more
them.
money than us
I
to
don't
come
think I
here
like any of them.
and let us talk to you about killing 5 people
I think
in
they
your
all
night terrors.
suck.
I'm glad you could be here.
I think they all.
Well, I'm really
suck.
buddy.
hoping that this
And they're
hurricane that
all
hasn't been here since 1939
disgusting.
really just kills all of the homeless people.
Right.
That's what I'm praying for with my 10,000 Bible stock.
Here's Helen DeKellar's night terrors with corn dogs, but he's still making more money than you.
Jeez.
People in LA are handing homeless people like umbrellas that are lightning rods. Here you go. Good luck with the storm,
That's a great idea.
Getting wept.
890.
I hope you have to
Bless
deal
you.
with fear shortages where you can't even get bread or fucking toilet paper.
I had
from the
a
store.
very large order of groceries
Nice.
about an hour ago.
Oh, that's
what was
not
it?
nice. This is homeless people getting swept away in a hurricane. Look what it made.
Oh, no.
That's
Oh,
not
Helen,
nice
you
at
know
all.
what you need to do? Stock
What
up
was
on
your
bottles of water
groceries?
and then
Kratom
sell
and
'em
Cheetos?
for
Is
ridiculous
this a
amounts.
picture of the citizens tipping over their boats and drowning them? Like, no, you're not getting away.
Koreans are loading their guns.
Wade in the water.
Everyone's freaked out about it.
That's cool, dude. They got satanic rituals to make that shit go away.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's what I
they, you know what I'm saying? You think Hollywood can't handle nature? They're demons.
Sure. Right.
Ian would know.
I've never been in a hurricane. What's it like, guys?
It's like a boat movie.
I
I
want to see
couldn't
that.
tell you
wanna
because
see a
Florida's
boat
not
movie?
like California, so it's different.
You ever had your dick sucked by
How's
a
it
car
different?
wash?
I have.
Because elevations
know, Mitch
and
Hedberg,
things
what-
like
how'd it
that
feel like?
all matter. Things we
Yeah,
don't have
I'm
here
in like
Florida.
you could call it like a valley, a very deep
You have
valley.
ups and downs and shit.
Ugh,
So
I
it's no
can't
telling.
tell
You
with
could be
some
in
of
a
these
flood
guys.
spot.
They're
I
really
am.
You ain't gonna know.
throwing me
I am.
off,
Oh, you.
and it makes me
I'm up at a high rise though, so it's like
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I typed in satanic ritual, kratom, and this is what it came up with.
Oh no.
I think you create them right now.
The nighttime
pretty
is the right
badass.
time.
Hell,
The
Helen
I wanna
nighttime
do
is
that.
the right
probably
You
the
time.
want
top
that,
of the
Helen?
list creep
Yeah, I want to do that.
for me.
How do I
we just-
export this?
Lord
Photoshop my face
Kratom, we bring for you a
Weirdo on the
virgin.
list.
Those Bibles can't save your marine killing ass now.
Is that what selling Bibles looks like?
There it is. I found it.
Show. The next day I flew to Minneapolis.
Was there any way for us to get one of Kyle as a Super Saiyan?
No. He has to get more famous.
I could use a if I get a picture of him, I could try to see if I can alter a picture, but I have to do some research on this.
Black Super Saiyan, who was on the Bobo show. Here, I'll put a picture of Kyle in show prep because I just got one today.
Oh,
Here's how special Kyle is to me. I saw a picture of his whole face and I was like, I gotta have that. I gotta have a picture of Kyle's face around. I'm gonna save that into my inventory. Here's a picture of Kyle showing up like Jurassic Park. He just pops up out of the rain. Dad.
This was a Cape Verdean man turned Super Saiyan, so didn't quite get the memo. But
That is Cape Verdean.
That looks like J. Cole.
Send my
Is
son
that J.
Kyle
Cole
back.
Super Saiyan.
image remix. Add image. Oh, here we go. Hold
My
on.
name is a uniqueness, and I will not stand for your trifling ways. I will fight you today.
Let's see. Where is it?
Did
Where
you
is
guys
it?
ever want to be a Super Saiyan when you were a little kid?
Yeah.
Me too, dude.
I wanted to visit that fat Namekian so he could unlock my hidden powers like he did with Krillin and Gohan.
Yeah, you go like Cobra Kai 10 or whatever.
Yeah. He unlocked.
Did anybody identify as like the Krillin? Oh, I'm like a Krillin type,
I was the Piccolo type, dude. I always put my fingers to my forehead whenever I did a test. So this is what we did. We played
so
Dragon
you
Ball
could
Z,
special
right?
beam cannon
Yeah, but you had to charge stuff up. So in like school during a test, I would just write with one hand. And I put my other hand on my forehead the whole time and be like, "I'm charging up," and I do it the whole class. And I get out of class and I'd be like, "Ah!" I'd be my two fingers like, "Oh, I charged the whole class. I charged the whole time during the test. You're dead."
Jesus.
Pickle
you.
Dick a 3-swing attack. Charging.
No, you're dead.
1 dick swing. 2 dick swing. Teacher's
You
like,
know,
Helen, would you
I
sit
can't
down?
believe this guy is the guy giving comedy advice to people.
Magiwara.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying
no,
to
he
Pickle of
loves-
planet Earth.
He loves
Send me
giving
your
comedy
energy for my
advice to
pickle dick
people,
bomb.
and this is the show he does.
Oh, here we go. We're kind of getting there.
It's
Pickle
Gear
Dick
5
times
Pickle
10.
Dick.
Let's try a little bit harder.
Come on, Pickle Dick.
It's just making the picture.
I don't.
Here's a
Ridiculous.
super deep.
I don't know if I like
he fights this guy named Don Flamingo, and this dude pulls up on a massive screen. He just has TV in old time pirate age. His power is string, so he shows up on string yards. He's just like, hey, just want all you to know, there's a bounty on all these guys' head. Kill them, or I'll kill all of you. Out.
You're
Oh,
breaking
here's
the
Kyle
law.
turning Super Saiyan.
You're going to jail, buddy.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
You fucking 40, you what?
I'll do that next. It won't like that.
So yeah, this is
Oh, here's
this is what the
here's
show has
Chad
become.
Nick.
I don't like discouraging people from watching shows, so please, go watch them. And I'm not going to be watching them, but I think you should, so you can give them some viewers and make them feel good about themselves. Somebody's got to appreciate their creations. It's not really a ton to say about it. It's obviously, it's the same old shit. And there's nothing I can do to save them. It's they're going down the dark path of disaster and deception. And if you know me, know that I am
Because
a person.
as my late great mom said,
This is
yeah,
She said,
this is Harlan
Yeah.
Williams'
She
podcast.
said-
Was she a parrot?
she said,
You're riding down the Harland Highway.
All right, hold tight on the Heartland Highway Show.
Harland Williams.
All right, you ready, buddy?
yeah,
Are you sure? You don't look ready.
I'm a little hot.
You don't look ready. All right. You already took the first swipe.
Pop me down just
The first, as David Walsh says, the first cunty swipe. He gave him a cunty swipe, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, he gave him a cunty swipe.
20% or
Oh,
something.
you're a little hot?
Mic wise.
How's
Test
that?
1, 2. I mean, ear
Mike,
How's that?
Yeah, it's good.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So you weren't ready. You said you're ready. And then I just you proved that you weren't ready.
Have we started, Harlan?
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
I'm ready.
So now
Wow. Adam has fucking changed. Adam is not a cheery guy.
you're ready.
Now I'm ready.
So officially I should hit the theme music now.
Yes.
Stuck in a cycle of old
No.
habits? Make a fresh start with the Zyn 10 Challenge. Enjoy Zyn
I did
nicotine
say it
patches
was a
for
cut
10 days
one.
or get your money back. Begin
He
your
said he
fresh start
wasn't
today
ready.
with Zyn delivered
I
straight to
didn't
your
know
door.
Adam was going to
Warning,
take
this
it as
product
hard
contains
as
nicotine. Nicotine
he
is an
did,
addictive
which
chemical.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Adam.
Well, now that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You on the Holland Highway podcast. I do guarantee I'm doing a Cajun voice.
Mm.
Do you like Cajun?
Adam is already thinking, why the fuck? Why did I decide to come here? Why did I decide to end up in this place? This guy sucks.
Agent what?
Cajun voices. I'm doing a Cajun voice now. I do guarantee. Oh boy.
I do.
Well,
Yes, I have an affection for the Cajuns because when I
Okay.
was young, every third song that discussed rambling, because
Yeah.
a lot of 70 songs were.
Adam's just not, he's not in it anymore. He's not having fun. I can tell. It's very obvious when Adam is not vibing. He's not excited. He's not happy. He's not, because I've been that person and I know that I must look miserable in those instances.
Rambling.
oh,
They're always heading to New Orleans
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
yeah.
their Cajun queens.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's always
right.
Cajun Queen and New Orleans.
yeah.
And I was like
Yeah.
13 and living
Yeah.
in North Hollywood. And I was like, I don't know what either one of those two
Yeah.
things are.
Yeah.
I couldn't find New Orleans on the
Yeah,
map.
you didn't even
And
know
I've
what
never
it was.
met a Cajun Queen, but that guy sounds like he's having a hell of a time.
Now, when they say Cajun Queen, do they mean like some kind of woman decked out in Mardi Gras, or do they mean like a guy dressed like a queen? Like, what's
I
the
never
queen?
really broke down the game film that far.
Yeah.
I just know
Maybe should have.
that he was a guy who rambled.
Okay.
And he had women stashed, basically all over the country.
Whoa.
And when he
stashed
blew
like
into-
a serial killer,
Yeah.
like buried?
I'm not sure. It's unclear, but he would show up. He'd have a roll in the hay with him, but then he had to move on.
Wow. He'd have a roll in the hay with them. I wonder if he ever had a donut in the hay with them.
Oh yeah, no, you're thinking dinner roll,
Right.
I was
So that's what
talking
you
more.
said.
Well, it's a metaphor for having intercourse.
Oh, so why didn't you just say he was
See,
fucking
him
in
and
the
Rick
hay?
Glassman, I feel like
It doesn't sound as eloquent. I'm
should
sort of a
work well
wordsmith.
together.
Okay. I didn't know your last name was
because they're
Smith.
both.
See, that's again, it's a metaphor. I mean, it's a
metaphor-
colloquialism of it's a shaping words.
It's a what?
Colloquialism.
And you're what, a wordsmith, you said?
I have to see it right now.
Maybe just a Smith.
Colloquially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know how you spell that. How do you spell that?
Well, let's not start the show
Okay.
off with
All right.
pressing. I know how to spell it, but they don't.
You don't want to show off.
Yeah. But Cajun. Okay, good. I'm glad you like a little spicy Cajun.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do though, buddy, because you know everything. I told you last time you're one of these guys. You know everything to me. You're like the great and powerful Oz. Like I even have a poster of you in my bedroom at home. Like when I pull my curtains at night, I have a picture of you with green face.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because it's just Adam knows all things.
Mhm.
So what I wanted to ask you is, bro, have you ever shoplifted?
Mm-hmm.
What, when, and where?
Young age, 12, 13, or 10.
I was right
you know.
around the way you were looking to ramble down to New Orleans.
Yeah, giving some of my Cajun queens.
Who's buzzed out?
Candy. Just
Candy.
sort of candy, 7-Eleven, 10 years old.
Chocolate bars. Do you remember specifically an item that you just had to have?
I remember two things as it pertained to shoplifting.
Okay.
I had a large army coat, like a big army surplus kind of baggy coat.
Camo.
It was just green, I think, but it had big pockets and big baggy pockets.
like a Rambo coat when
Like
when
Rambo.
Rambo was going across that bridge into the mountains, that
And
opening shot.
Dennehy told him to give him a
Yeah.
ride to Portland, and then
Yeah.
he saw him in his rear view turn around and start walking back across the bridge.
Okay.
That jacket.
So you're like a 7-Eleven Rambo.
Yeah.
Wow,
No, that was at Topper's Supermarket in North Hollywood, which
Oh.
doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
But I also, for a small period of time,
Did you say Toppers?
Toppers
In North Hollywood?
in North Hollywood.
Well, also a sex act in North Hollywood.
Yep.
You ever had a topper?
I've had a roll in the hay
In the hay. Yeah.
with the topper. So I had a top hat.
Okay.
No, it was like a bowler or something. It was
A top hat? What are you, a gentleman shoplifter? I say, good man, look over there.
Yeah, I stole all my
top hat.
monocles.
Yeah.
Now it wasn't a top hat. It was I guess I call it a derby or a bowler or something like that.
Aren't those from the 40s?
Probably earlier, sort of a Laurel and Hardy, kind of hat.
You were like the comedy thief?
Yeah, I
God.
had that hat. I remember wearing it for a little while, and
Ooh, look at the chocolate bar, Laurel and
What?
and I remember going to this 7-Eleven in Van Nuys, and
gang
I
country.
took not back then.
Yeah.
And I took candy and I put it in a hat and then I put it back on my head.
You had candy on your head?
Yeah. I think some of it's still there.
Also a sex act in
Yes.
North Hollywood.
Mhm.
Candy head?
Mhm.
He loves
he's
to. Adam hates
Professor Terrence Tao is the equivalent of a rock star in mathematics.
Regarded as the greatest mathematician alive.
Whoa. All right, so here's where I'm going with this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You dressed up like a clown, like Laurel and Hardy, like Rambo. You made shoplifting fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a costume pageant for you. It was
Mm-hmm.
it was Mr. Dress Up. It was like, oh, Rambo's going in to get a Snickers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Oliver Hardy's going in for some Pringles. Oh, Candy Head's going in for a popsicle. Cut to now, bro Sefiosh.
Mm-hmm.
$982. You can go on a stealing spree in any store in California. You can walk in, steal in front of the employees, in front of other customers, and just walk out with as much as you can grab. No costume at all. Just
Okay. It's frozen. Let's get back to it.
as you and go out the door, and it's all legal. It's like a ticket now.
Right.
It's legal.
What the hell's going on?
Legal.
And not only that, they passed a new law where employees cannot stop said thieves from leaving the store with stolen merchandise. That which in turn means that if you try to stop a thief, then you're going to jail or you're getting charged with a crime for stopping someone committing a crime. What's going on? The world's crazier than Forrest Whitaker's left eye right now.
Yeah.
What is happening, guy?
Well, these are sort of progressive policies.
Yeah.
And progressive policies put too much faith in humanity.
Explain.
They go, look, people will do the right thing.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
we will
Yeah.
we will provide clean injection zones where people can use clean needles
Right.
discreetly
Drug addicts,
in San Francisco. And we rely, we don't want to make prostitution illegal because we don't want to vilify or incarcerate these women. We, a lot of people, black and brown
smoke pot. A lot of black people. He's going into his Trump impression. A lot of people say blah, blah, blah.
kids aren't achieving the math test scores that we want. So we're going to lower that number.
Right.
We're making a lower number. And they don't realize it's humanity will stay on the straight and narrow, or we will go fucking off the rails
Right.
in pure Sodom and Gomorrah style. You let us do it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And that's what Los Angeles and Portland and San Francisco and Seattle is like. Leave the homeless alone. Let them live in dignity. Okay, now we got a problem. We got a huge problem. So, I was doing this bit a little bit on stage as I was trying to work it out.
Right wingers don't even realize how liberal they are, because Adam Carolla seems fairly liberal for a right wing guy.
Because I grew up in Los Angeles and had a very sort of
Maybe
hippie
he's not
mind.
a right wing guy.
Okay.
And
like just before you get to how hippie, like what are we talking? Like flower sundresses, smoking the ganja, listening to Hendrix.
Mostly hippie, and that didn't want to work, super angry all the time, and always talking about how much better Europe was than here.
And housework naked, like vacuuming nude in front of the kids.
No housework. No
nothing.
Housework. Just
Just
welfare.
nude.
Just hanging around and angry.
Nude in the house in front of the kids.
Yes.
You saw your mother nude all day?
No, but I'd like to move on with this story. So
Well, I'm just
trying to appease you with an answer.
Damn. He is fucking. I don't know what to make of it.
Well, I'm just trying to, sounds like a hippie. Some hippie mothers breastfeed their kids well into their late teens.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I'm just looking at your mouth right now to see if you have nipple lips. I think how old were you when she stopped breastfeeding you is what I want to know about the hippie mother.
I was too young. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Being honest now, Candy Head.
this.
God,
All right.
I don't know if I trust you. You're a thief.
I'm
You're
going to
breaking
attempt
into
to
7.
finish the
Okay,
story.
go. Sorry.
Wow, Adam is.
The greatest American rock and roll
Harlan
band in
is,
history. Aerosmith present Peace Out, the farewell tour
Harlan is
with special guest the Black
doing
Crowes.
a pretty good job
Get tickets now at
of
livenation.com.
dissecting Adam
I
Carolla
grew up
and making
hearing about, in Europe,
Yeah.
and in Europe and Denmark and
Yeah.
in Sweden,
Oh.
they let the children drink wine at the dinner table,
Right.
and everyone walks around nude. And there's no rape, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no, and then in Denmark and in Sweden and in Europe, it's all this stuff. And I started, and they always said we should do that here.
Right.
Whatever they are, they've legalized prostitution. They have prostitution zones where people
Right.
can go. It's safe. And in Denmark, in Amsterdam, they have a red light. And I always
Adam
wanted to
Carolla-
say to them, that works in a kind of civil society.
Right. I was going to say.
We're animals.
Bingo.
And I came up with this demarcation line,
Okay.
which is in those countries and societies
Yeah.
where, let's just say, it's Halloween.
Okay.
And on Halloween, there was always that house on the block that they were out of town or out for the evening, and they'd leave that plastic pumpkin and be filled with candy, and they'd have a note. Just limit yourself
Yeah.
to one piece,
Right,
please. Right.
Yeah.
I said, if you live in a society where 9 out of 10 kids who show up at that house just take the one piece
Yeah.
and leave, then you can implement these
Right.
kinds of ideas.
Yeah.
We, America,
Too
our
savage.
society
Yeah.
is the first kid shows up, dumps the plastic pumpkin into his pillowcase,
Yeah.
and takes all the candy. The second kid shows up, sees there's no candy in the pumpkin, takes a shit in the pumpkin, and then the
Wow.
third kid drop kicks it through the living room window.
Well, doesn't the third?
If that's our society, then we can't have any of it.
But doesn't the third kid look in the pumpkin and go, milk chocolate, and think he got fresh candy?
Oh, horrible.
Well, it's, I mean,
So
in the,
scatological.
well, it's dark. There's only a candle in the pumpkin.
You would
chocolate,
know
poo, chocolate.
that it's not a Tootsie Roll.
Well, here's what's interesting. I love it how you picked Halloween, where it's all.
See, I think Adam Carolla is. I'm realizing, like, he's not as right wing, as far right as he's made out to be. He's only perceived that way because he doesn't hold back on being honest about certain things.
always Halloween at 7-Eleven for you.
Right.
But here's the thing. As soon as you said that, I am the word that popped into my head. I went, daintiness. Those countries over there, there's a daintiness to them. There's society. There's a good morning. How are you? Almost like a Norman Rockwell. Good morning. How are you? A chocolate. Thank you. But here we're too animalistic. We're too primal. America's got this kind of take. Exactly what you said. So now I feel like this system they set up for shoplifting was probably set up for people in need, people that didn't have means, maybe spent the night where they didn't have something to eat. So why not set up something where maybe if they have to do this, it's $50, $60. Do you know, even on your best day with your black credit card, your American Express, have you ever gone in and bought $900 worth of groceries?
No, and it's so funny when you hear these politicians like AOC's like, so a mother goes in and steals some bread for her hungry children. It's like, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't see anyone stealing a baguette. They're stealing
flat screens,
furniture, and electronics.
I know.
You
like bags of Nikes and jewelry and diamonds, and it's a free for all.
All these policies are just they are doomed to failure.
But when and at what point and how much do we have to pay the law-abiding citizens? And by the way, wasn't it the Almighty Creator God that said engraved in one of the tablets, "Thou shalt not steal"? Like, should some cheesy politician up in Sacramento supersede the word of the Holy Lamb, Lord of the host, God all creator, God mighty, Lord Jesus, sweet Jesus, Lord, do you know the rest of it? I don't.
No, listen, we're such idiots,
Yeah.
especially California, especially Los Angeles. Like every once in a while, they'd be like, oh, the 10 Commandments were carved into a statue in front of the courthouse or something.
Yeah.
And then some asshole atheist group would want it taken down and we'd have a big argument about it. And it's like, I'm an atheist. Maybe I'm agnostic or atheist. I have no religion. Never
I thought
did.
you were a wordsmith.
I never come from anybody who's ever been to church a day. I've never been to church. I have no interest in it.
Yeah.
I still want the goddamn, sorry for using the Lord's name in vain. I still want the goddamn 10 Commandments in front of the library because I want people to follow the 10 Commandments.
Should you be using those in the same sentence? The goddamn
That's
10
the
Commandments?
wordsmith gives me the license to do that, Harlan.
Well, more of a condemned wordsmith now.
That's right. So
see how wordy you are at the gates of hell, trying to talk your way out of eternal
don't
brimstone.
steal, don't kill or murder. Really, is what it is. Do not covet your neighbor's oxen. Like, don't do any of it, and we'd have a much better society.
Well, here's what's really pinging me is it's like, okay, let's say you got the downtrodden, you got the homeless, and you got to feel sympathy for them. Sometimes that they do need something. But then what if the woman or the man, the blue collar housewife or the man that's got 4 kids, he's working at, at 7-Eleven, or he's working at the mechanic shop, or she's a cashier at Walmart, and she's getting like $2,000 a month to feed the family and pay the rent.
Really, you should come on.
And she sees these people
You have a
walking out
beef with
with
Unbleached?
armfuls of stuff, $900 at a time, which I think once they leave the store, they could go back in and do it again. It's not like there's a time limit.
By the way, who even cares what the dollar amount
Right.
is? They're just stealing everything they can steal. There's no repercussions.
But what I'm saying, at what point does she just go, you know what? I'm doing things the right way, but yet I'm allowed to do what they're doing. I've got 4 kids. I'm putting in, 80 hours a week. Why don't I just do that? Like, at what point are people going to start feeling like a chump for not taking what's available to them? And then you go, well, when do the laws break down further? Like, when is rape? Okay, you can rape, but only for 20 minutes. The priest can molest the boy, but only for 15 minutes. You can murder the family, but only 2 of them, depending on the size. You know what I mean? Like, you start watering down the laws, and what happens to us?
Yo, I cannot believe these shorts from Fabletics are 2 for $24. Look at the shorts I used to wear to the gym. Now look at the Fabletics 1 short. So much better. These shorts are so versatile. I've got the towel loop, zipper pocket.
Well, we cease to be a society.
Right.
Like, we start to come undone. And this has been going on for a long time in this city, for sure, and in the state. Because, and by the way, we get what we deserve because we vote in insane people. Like, if you hear the city council, I just heard a couple of months ago, a woman on the city council they were discussing making it a felony to, if you had more than 10 catalytic converters in your possession or something, because you're dealing catalytic converters that are being stolen off of everyone's cars.
Okay, yeah.
Half the people I know have had their catalytic converter ripped out of their car.
Wow.
This woman is against this, and she blames Toyota for making them too easy to remove from a car. Now, if you have that kind of thinking and they're making policy, then your city is doomed.
Yeah.
You cannot have people who think that way creating policy. But LA is one of the dumbest cities on the planet in terms of policy. I mean, you think about what we just got through. We just went through COVID.
Yeah.
We had one insane, haggard witch and her daughter who's not even a medical MD, set policy for one of the biggest cities in the world, and we just listened to her.
Who was that?
Barbara Ferrer.
Oh.
And whatever her and her Yenta friends on the city council decided, that's what we did. But whether it crushed businesses or hurt kids or destroyed economies or was based in any science whatsoever was all neither here nor there. We let a gaggle of crazy Yentas shut our city down for 2 years, and we all just sat there and took it. And except for me, who said a bunch of shit about it.
You did.
And then everyone yelled at me.
Yeah.
And by the way, you pussies need to apologize now because I was right about everything. But go ahead.
Yeah. But here's the other element that plays into this, which is super frustrating. When you get the voting ballot sent to you in the mail, where it lists all the politicians and it just says the party they're in. It doesn't say if they support shoplifting, if they support this, if they support that. You don't know who they are. Outside of the main governor whose name you hear every day, you don't know. You probably don't know 99% of the people listed on the voting ballot. No. You don't know what their stance is. You don't know what they should have is some kind of thing on YouTube where you can go in and watch a 1 minute or 2 minute teaser clip of the said politician running, going, I believe in this, I don't believe in that, I believe in this. So you know exactly what they stand for. And you can be informed.
All I would need is just a brief little reminder, like under this woman who's running for city, whatever.
Yeah.
It would just say, bitch who blamed Toyota for people stealing catalytic converters. I'd go, oh, she's nuts.
Right.
Okay, not voting for her.
But that's the thing. Nobody knows. Right. I didn't even know that woman's name. The average person is too busy on TikTok or eating at McDonald's or at their job. They don't know the names or policies and so you're just voting blindly if you're voting at all.
Yes.
And it's just such a messed up system. And that's how we get these nutty people on both sides of the aisle that are making these horrible decisions, I feel. And we just all got to live with it.
Yeah, listen, I agree. I would just vote Republican if I lived here. It's never going to work, but at least their policies aren't insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, depending on who you are, I'm not affected by their policies.
Yeah.
So then I would vote.
So what's the forecast for people like in this country? What do you say is like where's it all going? Where does it all end? What's your vision of the future with all this kind of stuff?
Safe spaces and octagons. You're just going to have to head. I'm going to have to move. I'm going to have to go to Texas or Florida or Nevada.
For real?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to live in this fucking dumpster fire anymore. Like it's a shit show. There's homeless people everywhere. It's a mess. There's something wrong with LA and there's something wrong with California. They've stopped governing correctly or effectively.
Yeah.
And they need to admit they were wrong. Look, if there's another pandemic, I don't want a crazy gypsy witch lady locking my kids out of their school and telling me I can't leave the house. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't even want to risk that.
So do you really technically have plans to get out? Are you looking into it?
100%.
Go
really? And do you have an exit date?
I would always joke that I will be attending my kids' high school graduation in a U-Haul. I will pull up and watch it from my U-Haul.
Wow.
Wouldn't toot on the horn and leave.
Hopefully your kid graduates and he starts a moving company. That'd be perfect.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Too lazy.
Wow. So that's you, but what do you think regular folks do that are trapped here? They don't have the means to leave. Like how does the system
what has to happen, which is a sad sort of state of affairs, is when I say to people, when is this going to end? Like I've lived here my whole life. I've seen all the bad policies and what they bring.
Yeah.
And then everyone says, we haven't quite bottomed out yet. Like we haven't hit bottom. We're getting close, We're not quite there.
Yeah.
And then I say,